Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets the gift. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Looking for space. It's Peoples. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Gives to the big fullback. Able to make make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give to the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning on the Jets. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
To the air, it's James. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On the ground, it's Richard. Spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's complete. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Boston College. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Sayin. Flips it out in the flat. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Got room on the return. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. It's all teed up. Boston College will kick to start this 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach use the play fake. Now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. football with the run. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Got the quick pass. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know if you just put it anywhere near this guy, with his long arms, he's going to pluck the...
Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! They take the lead with the 6.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
I tell you what, you got to love the way this defense attacks downhill. I mean, they see QB run, they pull the trigger. They're not waiting. There's not a lot of guys standing around watching, playing so fast, stringing that thing out, nowhere to go with the football. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Intercepted, and the defense is set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Quick strike complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. To fumble that ball away in the red zone, that is just a shot to the solar plexus.
And you have to know the situation. You've got to know where you are in the game. This late down in the red zone, at all costs, you cannot turn it over. And that's just an example, I think, of a guy trying to do too much. Just trying to come up with the highlight type play at a time where you just got to know the play's over and go down.
Bringing the heat. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. Got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass, it's Sayed. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Stopped and forced out. At the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The give as they work on that clock. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. At this point, the clock is like the 12th man on offense. I assume they'll keep it on the ground here.
I would think so, too, but I also want to get the score and end this game. Like, that touchdown puts me up by 2 possessions, ball game over.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw, it's James. Makes the catch, it's Bond.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Snagged out of the air. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Harris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner is stopped. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air, it's James. Finds his tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with your coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away. On the other hand, low time to figure out where on now for the fun. Congratulations. It's